let's actually be proactive towards building, living, and leaving a legacy of curiosity, care, and compassion. Let's not just hope they say that about me when I'm gone. So how do I actively show it now? I have to be proactive in my approach. I have to change the way that I'm thinking. I've got to get to the root of what it is I actually want and ask myself why I'm not actually pursuing that today, as opposed to hoping that I'm going to magically arrive there in 3 years once we get X amount of things accomplished.
Yeah, that's good. I think a lot of people hope for that destination, as we call it.
Mm-hmm.
And one day, tomorrow, 5 years from now, and I know I can relate to that.
Yeah.
And that upside down theory is really good, actually.
Yeah. And and it works on anything. Take any question, start with it. Give me 3, tell me about that. Flip it around and read it again. Immensely clarified. What's wrong? I'm mad. Okay. Tell me about that. I'm just so frustrated. I feel like I ask people to do stuff all the time and nobody is doing what I'm asking. Tell me about that. I work so hard to put things in order, processes, plans, procedures. Like I'm laying the framework and it's like people are just ignoring me. Tell me about that. I've been ignored my whole life, no matter how much I've been able to accomplish, and it doesn't feel like anyone appreciates me. Tell me about that. I'm tired. And I'm tired of not being appreciated for the work I'm doing, for the amount of people I care about. So you're tired and you don't feel appreciated. And you've attempted to be appreciated by putting together process and procedures to make people successful. When they don't follow those, it makes you feel disrespected. And when you feel disrespected and unappreciated, it makes you angry. Yes. That's a very different conversation with our leadership and our team meeting once a week than going, hey guys, I'm pissed. Because we're all going to go, what's new?
The what's new factor is funny. I think how you show up is important. And I think a lot of people get in this routine of just showing up because it's a habit that they know how to do. And you're right. It probably comes from a reactive state. I have a question for you on, do you call this the upside down theory? Mm-hmm. What do you call it? Okay, awesome. Could you do, so we just did this like with my life. You just did this with a fake scenario problem. If you're a business owner listening to this, you could just do this with a team goal, a business goal. And it's just like really sounds like drilling down the specifics of what the real end goal is. Would that be correct?
Yeah, 100%. We have so we recently introduced into our ecosystem, meaning like that's a very stupid way to say that. We recently created and launched a process called the EPS matrix for our clients. Right? I gave you I've been corporate too long. I gave you the corporate spiel. That's not what we did. We created an assessment called the EPS matrix, the 8 points of success matrix. So it's a 64 question assessment that you take yourself. You assess yourself. From everything. It's got 7 ratings that you could give yourself based on this question. You have no idea what the questions are, what they're about, meaning like what category you just answer. They're all randomized. So you answer these 64 questions. Thanks so much. You're done. We don't tell you anything. We gather all your results. We take those results back and we're able to calculate 9 scores based on those questions. So your number 1 score is your overall score of success. This is not us telling you you're successful. This is you telling us if you think you're successful, right? And when we say successful, it's based on 8 pillars of success. So you have an overall score. Let's say you score on average, you scored a 6.5 out of 10, right? Okay, so your overall success score as of today, 6.5. We then have 8 other scores. Every category has its own numeric value based on a set of 10 of how you could be 5, 5.5, 6.2, 7.8, whatever it is. So what we do is we show you both your overall score. We show you your individual scores on eight categories on this round wheel, and it's got 8 segments in it. And then we color in up to what your score is on each one. So you have what we say, we're creating a visualization for the intangible things in life you're hoping to achieve that you can't see. We want you to be able to reflect those back in some sort of numeric value to be able to see. And so, we find when we do this, then we walk our clients through and where are you at and where do you want to focus? And let's say someone says physical, they scored a 4, let's say. Okay, so you want to improve your physical health. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So what is your goal? Well, I got to get healthy. It's not really a goal, but okay, we'll start there, right? So I want to be healthy. So we literally have a worksheet. It's called the upside down. You start with, I want to get healthy. And then it says, tell me about that. And you fill it out. And we do it 5 times. I can almost guarantee you at the end, every single time you end up with a daily habit that will drive towards what you thought your goal was. Because most of the time we say we want to get healthy, but we have no idea what that means. Now we have some context about what we think we should do. Some go, we're going to track our food. Some say we're going to have macros. Some say we're going to get a coach. Some of us say, I'm just going to watch what I eat. You've been watching what you're eating for the last 40 years. You've watched it go from that fork to that mouth and ain't nothing changed. I don't think watching what you eat is going to do it. But in almost every time it gets down to something daily to go, I'm going to do 10,000 steps. Awesome. But we have a really hard time starting there because we don't typically think really granularly. We think the destination.
Yeah.
I'm going to wake up and go to the pool and I'm going to be shredded. When's the last time you were shredded? Never been shredded. Probably not going to end up there. I'm not trying to say you shouldn't or you couldn't. I'm just going to tell you if that's your goal, you're probably not. But what could you do? I don't even know where to start. I agree. Let's find some place to start. And so the upside down allows us take any category, any goal, any objective. What do we mean? What do I mean? What do I mean? What do I mean? That's actually the thing that I was going for. And now I have something that I can actually tweak and adjust. Same thing in our life. I have something I can tweak and I can adjust. But if we don't, we're on our heels. We're living reactively. And it's really, really hard to score points on defense. Most of us right now are playing life on defense.
How can I decide? So I like that because now any scenario, any scenario where you have to almost like think about it and be like, why do I feel weird? Like I thought I wanted this. I don't know if I want it, but it's usually just confusion. Mm-hmm. So I like that. Tell me more about that. Then you get back to your, it's almost like it always brings you back to your core, back to your root. And you could probably do this even for the same scenario. And then you forget that you did it 6 months ago. You do it again. And then you're like, I now remember why I was doing this. It's almost like it can bring you back to your 100%. To your core and your root and your base. Like I'm going to do this as soon as we get out because I have a few scenarios right now that I'm like, I could probably run the scenarios and I want to see where I end up. Let me ask you a question though. How do people decipher if what they're putting on the top of the upside down is truly being honest and not just in a comparison mode from social media or others? Like, what if people don't know what they want? Yeah. Or do you believe everybody knows what they want? They just
Okay. Well, I think it's in there somewhere. I don't think everybody knows.
Can you do the exercise if you feel like maybe it's not what? Like, how do we know? Like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do the exercise with?